yeah, I put my 3D printer in the bathroom. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Jackie, and if you're new here, this channel is all about my journey into 3D printing. So if you like 3D printing or are interested in following along, this channel is for you. So to give a little context as to why I decided to move my 3D printer into the bathroom, as you can see behind me, there's a couple reasons. So the first reason being I switched my filament recently, as you can tell from my previous video, into a PLA by Overture, I believe. This new filament always had base layer adhesion problems. If you're new to 3D printing, basically what that means is the base layer of your 3D print isn't sticking to the plate or the printing plate, in this case a textured PEI. I wasn't really sure why, and I researched a little bit. I saw people saying when they use a glass plate or a smooth plate, they would use glue as an adhesion, so then it would make it stick more. I got some of this. This is just glue that Cindy had in her arts and crafts, and it worked. For those of you who didn't know that, you should try it. Put some glue, I slap it on just a thin layer on the whole plate. It usually lasts for like 3 to 4 prints, I've realized. Yeah, just try it. One problem with printing with glue that we soon both realized was there's a lot of fumes that come with it. Before, when we printed with PLA, we smelled a little something, but it wasn't too much that we couldn't handle. But as soon as we started using glue, or I started using glue, that's when, the lightheadedness or maybe something didn't feel right started kicking in. The second reason I decided to move my 3D printer into the bathroom is because I wanted to try printing other things in the future, whether it's PETG, TPU, other materials that may have toxic fumes. And the third being, maybe there's another place that's more optimal for it. Yeah, so those were the reasons. All right, so we're back in the spare bathroom, which has now turned into, where my 3D printer is. From this camera, it probably looks very tight, but actually it's not as bad as it seems. So if you look at that camera, there's like some room, I guess. The good news is we have this exhaust now, which is up here. It's kind of loud, but the idea is that it will take away all the toxic fumes if we end up printing like PETG or whatever. It turns out it's not as strong as I thought, to be honest, because last time I tried printing in here with the fan on, it smelled like 100 times worse than it was when it was outside printing. The vent just doesn't vent enough. So the solution I had for that is I actually have like a little fan that normally I would put on this towel rack and point it directly at the vent, and then it helps air it out. The other good news is this desk is super stable. The reason why it's stable, I taped the shit out of it. The bathroom floor is super uneven. It's not level at all. So when I put the table, it could move a lot. What I did was I put heavy duty double-sided tape, mounted it to the wall, held together by masking tape. I've also added cardboard supports to the feet of the table so it becomes more level. But that's kind of how, or the gist of how I put this table together. It's literally just held together by tape. If I can improve on it, I would love to. If you have suggestions in the comments, please let me know, because I don't really know what else I can do. Next steps that I wanted to discuss was basically decorating here and here. So here's how it kind of looks. So as you can see, I'm printing away, and usually I have the fan on, so here you can tell. But that gets really loud, so we're not going to turn that on for now. This space, so we figured out that we could use this sort of tile as a whiteboard, and then we could kind of rub it off easily. Here I put a print list of the things that I'm hoping to print and the things that I have printed already. I think we're on 4 right now, so printing some GIFs. This is just a quote that I'm trying to live by right now. And then here are the little color palette things that I had outside from Bamboo Labs. Now they're just here. If I move here, this is where I put the SCOTUS. I made a hot end holder, so you can see here, that's holding the 0.2 nozzle right now, a little tray, and this marker holder. I actually hate the marker holder. I thought it looked good, but it's a little too big, so that might change in the future. And then I use this toilet roll holder to put tape on it. So that's how things are getting held. And this area might expand in the future, I'm not really sure. I also might consider like putting some lights like to the back, maybe some like LED strips, just because right now if I turn off the lights, or the light right now, it doesn't look that good for video, and I probably will do more video in here. So I want to try to make it look as best as possible for video, and it won't look good since things are like front lit right now. But yeah, that's how it is so far. Things are good. So yeah. So a lot of people online suggested this was a bad idea. Actually, I saw a lot of Reddit posts from the past that people have tried this, and your filament's not good with moisture, machining is not good with moisture. The reason that I thought it was okay for my case is because we actually don't use the shower. We've sealed off the bottom, so no water is going through there, right? It's kind of a storage unit. And even though there's water in the toilet, I think I'm gonna get like a moisture control box thing I saw online you could buy on Amazon for like $20. To be honest, this bathroom's pretty dry. I think we'll be okay. I'm not really sure. We'll figure it out. But this is just gonna be like a phase 1 of turning my spare bathroom into a 3D printing zone, or like a little mini workshop. We're probably going to revisit throughout the year, throughout next year. But yeah, I think a lot of people would say that moving the 3D printer into their bathroom would be a little ridiculous. But in my case, I think there was just no other way, to be honest. There's no other space that I could use. Yeah, I just had to make it work. But thank you so much for watching this video. Appreciate it, as always, and bye. See you next time.